Hi Yasmin. I'm looking at your model for Frog Pond Pavilion in Boston. It's close. I'm looking at a photograph also, pull it from the web. What you have on top of here that you want to notice, in addition to the columns, there's a horizontal support underneath the entire perimeter of the roof. I'm going to try to describe it with model lines in your folder, and then let me see if I can draw on. Yeah, I guess it's still recording. So you see around this perimeter, there's a strong structural steel support horizontally, and then the roof itself has underneath it a structure that runs, that's most likely wood, that runs in the direction of this copper roofing. This is called metal seam copper roof. So you have two hip roofs that intersect this larger hip roof at the center. So you're pretty close to modeling it correctly. I don't know why we're modeling roofs, but as modeling roofs. So anyway, if I choose model lines here, and I draw along here, so this horizontal area, and if I draw in this direction, that is where you're missing some kind of strong structural member. Now let's look at this section. So we'll go back to the floor plan. Okay, so your model opened up to here, to some sectional drawing. So I'm going to go to the floor plan level 1. And I think what you need to do to better explain the vertical circulation through the building is to modify this section so that it cuts through the stair and explains the stair. You see where I've pulled it forward so that it cuts completely through both sets of stairs. This one is going to explain entirely because you're going to be able to see the whole thing. Go to view. Now you can see that you're looking at the vertical circulation. You need a hole in the floor for these stairs, and we can do that easily. Just select this floor. No, that's something else. Where is it? Yeah, that's the floor. Unpin it. Edit boundary. Let's go to a floor plan where we can see the floor, and we just need a hole in the floor for the stair. So I'm going to draw a shape within a shape. This is probably adequate, but you should draw it in plan and section so that right, so I'm going down here, so we need, let me see, is that correct? Yeah, down to the basement, so we need that, well, that entire area up until the point where the stair goes up. This is approximate. I can select these lines and copy them for use in the second floor opening. Notice I maintained distance from the floor edge. Yeah. Always answer no to this prompt, otherwise it puts a dimple around the perimeter of the building. It drives me nuts that Revit does this. Let's go to level 2. Select that floor. Edit the boundary. Paste. Aligned the current view. There are the lines for the opening ground floor because they're going to line up vertically. We can adjust it afterwards. Finish that. Answer no to this. Tab back to your section view, and now we see we have to fix that stair, the opening for that stair. So that's what I would suggest with respect to section. With respect to structure, we need to create something around the perimeter. It looks like you may have started that, but I'll do that in a separate lesson. Forget how to stop this recording.